What's up, guys? Back with another render reboot tutorial. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you some of the decals and details that I use to make this 3D scene come to life. Let's get right into the video. Okay, so at first glance, we have our scene, and one of the things that I like to do is add some stains, some decals, and some watermarks to help enhance the realism in our scene. And you might ask, well, how do we do that? So what we'll do is we can go to our objects here and decals. And Twinmotion has a lot of different decals you can use for different situations, different building types, different scenarios and locations. And for here, we'll scroll down and I'm just going to use a couple of these. I'm just going to use stain 1, stain 3, and that may be it. Okay, so let's just zoom in. So here, and I'm just going to take you kind of through some of the how I applied these things and what adjustments I made and what the turnout was. Guys, don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button for me. Okay, so let's go to stain 1. So I'm just going to apply a stain here onto this concrete pier. And you can adjust the size. And the whole point of this is to make this concrete look a little worn out because it's it's in the water, and over time concrete doesn't look pristine, especially in these type of situations. So you want to do your best to add some type of marks to help bring out that realism. And we can adjust the opacity here. So we'll probably make it 75%. And you can also go to details and adjust the length if you want to. As you can see, it's going further up. Okay. So we're just going to do that. We're just going to repeat that on some of these front concrete piers too. And what you want to do is you want to have them at different lengths. You don't want them have them look the same because then it looks repetitive. And we want to change our opacity as well. And you can change the opacity. The other one was about 75%. You can make this one darker, have it 80%. Okay. So we have that there. And also, let's look at adding some leaking water. Since we have a lot of water here, let's see if we can find leaking water. So we can add some textures here. And adjust our opacity. Okay. And now we could do Control C, Control V. Just copy that over and we can add another one here. Don't want them too close together. You don't want to look too repetitive. And we can also adjust that opacity here, make that 50%. Okay. So also let's look at adding another stain or decal. So we can do stain 3. So the whole point of this is to give your scene some of the marks to actually enhance your realism. So things do not look crystal clean. or your placements look intentional. So we can keep that there and we can adjust the opacity there just a little bit. Okay. All right. So we just put that stain against our retaining wall. And just, because in reality, guys, nothing is pretty clean without any marks, any scuffs or any type of cracks. So you can add cracks. I didn't add any cracks to this one, but you can definitely do that. You got road, even though it says road damage, you can actually use that to your advantage as well. So let's add some more water stains. So we're going to add some water stains onto our roof here. And I want to probably stretch that a little bit. And we can change our size if we wanted to. Okay. And we can do Control C, Control V. Okay. So you can place this anywhere on your roof. And ideally, this is to add some watermarks, but in reality, my intentions is to make it look like a worn out roof in some areas. So it kind of plays good, plays nice. So we can do the same here. We can change the length or the width and the opacity here. Okay. So we can keep that way. And let's just see what it looks like in our rendering. So you can see our stains, you can see how we applied them and how it looks like this has been here for quite some time. And we can see our stains here. So you can also make adjustments to those stains if they look like they are too dominant in your scene where you want to maybe lighten the opacity. We can definitely do that. So we can go back and go up to our search bar here and we can go to leaking water and you can just click on which ones you want to adjust. So I want to adjust the ones on my roof. So right now I have that one and I'm okay with the size. I think I want to adjust the opacity. So it was 90%. So that's why it was standing out probably a little too much. So I adjust that to 60%. And this one's 90% as well. We can adjust it to 60%. And we can make this one 50. Okay, so now we go back to our rendering. It doesn't look as overbearing, but it does fit the scene very well. And we also added decals here. Let me see what decal did I add. So I did use mossy dirt in some areas. So here you can see, just kind of move it up some. Okay. So this way we added some detail here and we can change that opacity. Right now it was at 70%. I'm gonna keep it at 70% actually. So you can change the colors. You can do however you want with these scenes. I did very minimal and I think that it came out pretty well. So let's check out. We did add one here too. Okay. So as you can see, that sticks out here. So it just makes it looks more natural, look more realistic. Okay. So we can go here. So I did add a mossy dirt here too. So as you can see, if I'm showing you what it looks like here. Okay. So we clicked on rendering. You can see those stains kind of coming through. And I think that it looks pretty good. So guys, don't forget to hit that like button for me and hit the subscribe bell. All right, so let's just make some adjustments to our samples per pixel. Let's make that 2048. Let's change our max bounces to 30. So I did have a lot of fun with this rendering in particular, and just kind of show you a little bit of the settings that I use in this. So contrast is at 48%, saturation is at 38%, my clarity is at 18%, and sharpness at 10%. So I did use the Vice 2 on the lookup table for our LUT, and you can definitely change this however you want to try to see what type of results you get in your scene. Some of these look pretty good and some of them don't. So just kind of showing you some of the options you can use to help your 3D scenes come to life. So I won't go into great detail with that just because I will be doing another video on the path tracer and just kind of showing you the full blown setup of what I use to get the results that I've gotten. Guys, I hope that this video was helpful. Don't forget to use decals in your renderings to help bring out that realism and utilize it to your advantage because I tell you what, it definitely does bring out that detail in your scenes and whatever situation that you're in when you're using decals, it definitely brings it out to another level if you apply them correctly and make sure that you utilize the opacity as well to help tone it down just a little bit so it's not too overbearing. All right, guys, we'll be back with another one.